Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. So before we begin, I want you all to pause this video right here, right now and read the risk disclosure before we go ahead, right? Okay, sounds good. I hope you have read the disclosure. Coming to the today's topic, we are going to understand what is turtle investing system, why we have introduced this system, and what is the core logic or what is the base behind this system, right? So we are going to understand each and everything in this video. We are going to understand the rules. We are going to understand how to implement it, what should be the position size, what should be, how we'll manage the portfolio, etc., etc. So I hope आपको ये पसंद आएगा. If you do like it, then please share with your friends and family. Right. So coming to today's topic, see क्या हुआ था कि in the time of 1970s somewhere, right? So Richard Dennis and William Eckert, दो बहुत ही अच्छे traders थे, मतलब one of the most famous traders in the world, right? So उनके बीच में एक argument छिड़ी. The argument was that कि are traders born or made? मतलब traders क्या बन सकते हैं या फिर मतलब वो जन्म से ही trader है या उनको हम बना सकते हैं? Can we train them or not? So that was the argument. So William Eckert was of the person कि traders are born, and Richard Dennis was in the favor of traders are made. मतलब any person with an IQ of 10th grade student can be a trader, right? So अगर आप उनको simple एक system दे दो और वो उसको rigorously and religiously follow करता है, then he can be a successful trader, right? So to prove this thing, what they did, they entered into a kind of a competition thing, right? And Richard Dennis trained personally 13 traders of the world, from the whole world, and his famous trend following system, which is popularly known as turtle trading system, right? So you can google it out. बहुत सारी चीजें इसके अंदर, बहुत inspirational story भी है, but we are not going into depth, right? So just to give a brief idea what happened, Richard Dennis went to Singapore once and he saw how turtles were grown in the farm, right? कैसे छोटे छोटे turtles होते हैं, उनको बहुत बड़े turtles में they were growing gradually, right? So that is the reason they chose to give this group as the turtle traders, right? And they were famous for their time and even today also, right? So I'm so very much impressed with the risk management and the money management that they are following, and perhaps we are planning to bring out the whole new series on that risk management and the turtle risk management and the money management by the turtle traders, right? So just to give you a brief example, उनमें बहुत सारे variations थे. One of which was कि you buy a stock when it closes above the 20-day high. So previous 20-day period का जो भी highest high है, अगर वो उसको closing basis पे उसको cross करता है, then we are going to buy this stock, right? और अगर उसको वो closing पे 10 days के low पे लगाता है, then we are going to exit it. Now this is not the exact thing which turtles were doing. You can google it out. उसमें दो तीन और variations भी थे. But this is something which I find it useful in case of Indian stock markets, right? Because maybe due to the times the volatility of zyada is, so that might be the reason. But all in all, I find this is a good thing if you have a short to medium term investing plan, right? This is not something that we are going to trade. We are going to trade something else, which I'm going to show you in the later part. In this part, what we're going to do is we are going to focus more on the risk management and the money management, because that matters a lot, as I told you. Then comes the psychology, which is 15% of your trading plan, and RM and MM is the 80% are 80% of the weightage, right? And 5% goes to the trading logic. कि हमारा trading logic actually क्या है? What we are trading basically? Are we trading momentum? Are we trading trend? Yeah, we are playing with the volatility, or we are doing the mean reversion thing, right? So that is something that forms part of the 5% only, right? So coming to today's part, what we are going to study is basically this is a trend following system, wherein what we are going to do is we are going to buy high and we are going to sell higher, right? So our concept is buy high, higher than this price, right? Now this is the like इससे तो कम ही, of course. So we are buying at the little higher price because we want the conviction. We want all of the people to participate in our trend, right? So if we have that confirmation कि सब लोग हमारे trend में participate कर रहे हैं, then we are going to hop on this trade, and what we are going to do, we are going to sell it at the higher point of time, right? So our algorithm will try to capture this swing low, basically, right? So the next part is what are the three possible scenarios once you enter into the trade. So this is the circle point where आप लोग trade के अंदर enter होंगे. So उसके बाद there are three possibilities. Either there will be a price correction like this, कि एक छोटा सा move आया upside and then the price started falling down. और एक condition ऐसी हो सकती है कि price has started moving in your favor. So that's a good thing, right? If this thing happens, we have stop loss to cover our losses. And then there is a third category which is very important. It means the time correction. मतलब price ना तो ऊपर जा रहा है ना तो नीचे जा रहा है, वो वहाँ पे consolidate हो रहा है, right? So if that thing happens, what we are going to do? We are going to exit the position after 30 or for 35 days, right? Depends on the condition. So that is something. And now next part is the risk management and the money management. So the basic part is to manage the risk, right? So how we are going to manage the risk? So to manage the risk, we are going to follow the stop method, right? So stops on closing basis. So हमें stop loss डालना है, but it should not be a hard stop loss. Now what is hard stop loss and what is a stop loss on closing basis? Now let's say this is a candle कि जिसने low बनाया, ये हमारी red है, वो stop loss line है. तो अगर ये low बनाया है और it is cutting the stop loss line, तो what people do is कि यहाँ पे अगर आपका hard stop loss system में डाला हुआ है, तो you will exit on the spot, right? So that is something which is known as hard stop loss. उसका एक दूसरा वेरिएशन होता है which is stop loss on closing basis, which means कि अगर ये कैंडल का क्लोज है वो मेरी स्टॉप लॉस लाइन से नीचे आ रहा है, then I'm going to exit, वरना ये विक्स पे मैं एग्जिट नहीं करूंगा. So that is known as stops on closing basis. जिसको नहीं पता है उनके लिए majority बहुत simple concept है, सबको पता ही रहता है नॉर्मल. Now coming to the next part which is known as the position side, that is my money management concept, right? So what we are going to do is we are not going to open more than 10 positions at a time. So हम हमारे पास जितना भी capital है ना उसमें हमको सिर्फ 10 trades ही करने हैं basically. So we'll divide each of the trades into equal part, right? So our allocation percentage per position is 10%. Now I've given a beautiful example here. कि let's say your deployed capital is 10 lakh rupees. आपका deployed capital 10 lakh rupees है. Allocation percentage per position is 10%. It means you can allocate only 1 lakh rupees per position per trade, right? Now number of shares कितने लेने चाहिए हमें? So that is very simple. 1 lakh divided by the entry price. Whatever entry price of the stock is, उसको divide करोगे, आपको जो भी आंसर मिल रहा है, that is number of shares which you are going to buy. I hope this is very simple and very clear to everyone, right? The next comes is कि चलो अगर if things are moving in our favor, that is the best possible thing, right? But if not, then what is the solution? Then क्या, right? What if your investment fails, right? So let's say your deployed capital is 10 lakh rupees, आपने allocation कर दिया 10% का, per trade 1 lakh rupees हो गया, number of shares भी आपने उस हिसाब से calculate कर लिए. Now let's say you are in a loss of 5%, right? So our stop loss will be of 5%, right? Every time. So 5% from the entry price on the closing basis. So let's say your stop loss is hit, right? और आपको exit करना पड़ा. So 5% of 1 lakh comes to 5,000 rupees. That is absolutely fine. We lost 5% in a particular trade. But if you see loss on the capital, that is little lower. Little lower नहीं, वो बहुत कम होता है, right? Basically. So what you are doing, you are risking only 0.5% of your capital. How? I'll tell you. So what you are doing is you are losing 5,000 and your capital, actual capital is 10 lakh rupees multiplied by 100 comes to 0.5%. Now coming to the next part, that is how to book profits. चलो loss तो हमने पहले सीखा, because loss is very important. You need to manage your risk first, right? So booking the quantity means कि what we are going to do is, let's say this is my entry point, this blue line is. Now I'm going to book 50% of my quantity at 5% from the entry price, and I'm going to book 100% quantity at 10% from my entry price, right? So this is how I'm maintaining a risk to reward ratio of 1.5:1, right? Now there is an option to trail your stops as well. You can trail it out, but that is something which I am not recommending, because every time you might get some another good positions, right? So because trend and momentum both are in our favor, so there is a time when prices will move so very higher that we will book the profits there, and then it will fall again. So that is something we need to keep in mind. अगर हमें फिर से एंट्री मिलती है तो we will go ahead, right? यहाँ से अगर थोड़ा सा retracement आता है, फिर our conditions जो भी algo हमें बताता है कि this is again something you can go for, तो वहाँ से हम फिर buy करेंगे, right? So that is something we need to keep in mind while we book the profits. Now the next point is some statistics which I am going to show you on this how the system is working, right? So our average holding period is 20 to 30 days. Maximum we can afford 35 days, not more than that. And 30 days are calendar days, right? So it is not something trading days contribute. Then comes the win rate ratio, which is 50 to 55%. So do not expect something which is like कि आप trend following system में काम कर रहे हो. So do not expect कि आपको 60% की ऊपर की accuracy consistent basis पे मिलती है. If you take 1000 trades, 100 trades पे you cannot basically judge a system. You need to have at least 1000 trades to backtest it and to check the system के statistics क्या. So तब जाके आपका win rate निकलता है. The win rate will be around 50 to 55%. इतना मिलता है, then you should be happy with the performance of this system, right? I guess. Then comes the expectancy ratio. What is expectancy ratio? मतलब आपका कितना positive outcome आप expect कर सकते हो. So that is 0.37. Now to learn more about expectancy ratio, you can Google it out. It is very simple to understand. Then comes the max drawdown, that is 20%. Now this is actually less than 20%, but to give some buffer, I have kept like थोड़ा सा round off करके मैंने 20% थोड़ा ज़्यादा रखा. So drawdown means कि अगर आपका capital कितना fall कर रहा है in a consecutive manner, right? So let's say आपने 1 लाख से 1,50,000 बनाया, but वहां से आप नीचे आ गए 1,10,000 पे. So आपका जो 40,000 का loss है ना, वो percentage that if I keep a percentage out of it, so that is known as max drawdown. Now next is the annualized return, right? So you can expect around 24%. Now that doesn't mean कि आप every month 2% का profit निकाल के ही जाओगे. And if you are earning 24% on the whole year, then that's a very good return on an active investment strategy, right? Now your risk to reward ratio is 1:1.5, right? As I told you कि आप 50% quantity 5% पे मतलब 1:1 पे book कर रहे हो और 50% 1:2 पे book कर रहे हो. So overall my risk to reward ratio is 1:1.5. So that is all about the statistics part. Now there are some rules which you need to follow very strictly, right? So first is invest not more than 10% of your capital in any position, right? Respect your hard earned money, right? आपके पैसे है वो बहुत कीमती है आपके लिए. You should save that money. Capital preservation is the first thing that you should keep in mind, right? Portfolio तो grow करेगा if you are following a particular system which has an edge, right? Stop loss means stop loss. मतलब अगर आपका वहाँ पे trade is failing, then there is something wrong. You should exit it. Now there is a possibility कि आप exit करो अगर फिर वहां से वो U-turn मार के आपकी favor में जा सकता है. That is totally fine. But एक बार अगर हमारा stop loss hit हो रहा है, then we should exit there and then. Next is to track your portfolio growth quarterly. At least आप quarterly track करो, because एक या 2 महीने में you cannot judge the performance. There is a possibility कि एक महीना खराब भी हो सकता है. There is a possibility एक महीना बहुत अच्छा हो सकता है. So you cannot say कि बहुत अच्छा है तो चलो मैं 50 lakhs के साथ start करता हूँ, right? अगर मेरा risk appetite is just of 10 lakh rupees, तो चलो मैं 50 lakhs डालता हूँ. That is not something you should do. So either good or bad, you should track it quarterly, right? And everything, whatever we are going to discuss in the WhatsApp group, our private WhatsApp group, that will be totally objective, no subjectivity, right? And the stock selection will be also very good, right? We are not planning to we don't have any stocks which are in the Z category, right? So BAC के stocks जिसका पता नहीं head office है या नहीं है, वैसे stocks इसमें नहीं होने वाले. So that is something we have kept in mind. Not every day is an investing day, so you should not be like कि आज trade क्यों नहीं है, आज ये क्यों नहीं है. So you have to work with patience also, right? थोड़ा सा सब्र रखना है यहाँ पे. And everything what we are going to do is end of day analysis. So during the market hours we're not going to trade, right? What I personally feel is कि जो भी अच्छा ट्रेडिंग होता है या इन्वेस्टिंग होता है ना, वो आफ्टर मार्केट होता है. ड्यूरिंग द मार्केट यू हैव टू एग्जीक्यूट व्हाट यू हैव डिसाइडेड प्री मार्केट और पोस्ट मार्केट. सो अगर आप अर्ली मॉर्निंग पर्सन हो, आप प्री मार्केट पे वर्क कर रहे हो, देन दैट इज आल्सो फाइन. अगर आप पोस्ट मार्केट में वर्क कर रहे हो आफ्टर फैक्टरिंग ऑल द थिंग्स which have happened in during the day in global markets and in Indian markets, that is also fine. So these are the rules which you need to follow strictly, right? My name is Nisar Cottage. I am the founder of ProfitFolio. Do visit our website and follow us in the social media, right? And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much, and happy investing, happy trading.